Let's take a look at how to create a spend authorization within Workday. I'm going to navigate to my menu application and then click on Expenses Hub. If you don't see expenses in your applications, click on the Add Apps button to search and add Expenses Hub. From here, I can see under tasks that I could either create an expense report or create spend authorization. Let's look at spend authorization today. Most likely the company will be pulled in for you, but if not, you will go ahead and enter in your company, which should be Brigham Young University. Then you will select the start and end date for the expense that you are expensing or creating a spend authorization for. We're going to take a look at a travel spend authorization, so I'm going to put the start and end date as the start and end date of my travel. I'll click on the calendar icon. Let's say that this travel took place in October, so it was October 21st. I'll click the calendar icon within the end date to select the date I returned, which will be October 24th. Then I'll need to put in a description. I'm going to put in a team travel as my description, and I will add my dates in here just to make it easier on myself for later. Then I'll need to select the business purpose. There are lots of different business purposes to select from. Today, I'm going to select athletic event. Then I'll need to come over here to the spend authorization details. Direct deposit is pulled in for me as my reimbursement payment type, but I do have to enter in a justification. So I will click within the justification box and I will put team travel for this athletic event in October. Now let's go ahead and scroll down. Here is where I can add my spend authorization lines. Now that I've added a spend authorization line, I will go ahead and search and select for the expense item. The first thing I'll need to expense when traveling is a hotel stay. So I'm going to search for hotel, which will pull up lodging as the expense item. Then I will need to enter in an amount. I'm going to say that for a 4-night stay, I am expensing $300, and I am saying that it's going to cost $350 for me to stay for this trip. The budget date is the first date that I am traveling, which is October 21st. In my memo, I will put hotel stay 3 nights. This is where I could select a cash advance requested. Now, this is only applicable to 2 certain expense items, which are per diem and miscellaneous expense, travel expenses. So I'm not going to click cash advance on this line item. For more information on cash advance requests, please watch the cash advanced e-learning video. We will enter in our cost center if not pulled in for you, which it should be. So I will select my cost center. My work tags come in for me. Now I'll need to scroll down to add in some hotel information. I'm going to search for the Marriott Hotel, and we are going to Florida. All right, now I'm going to scroll up here that I've entered in everything for that line item and add my additional line item. You want to make sure that you're adding all of your line items into one spend authorization instead of pressing submit for each line item and creating a spend authorization for each line item. You want one spend authorization with multiple line items. Next, we will have to expense our airfare. So I will search for airfare. I am flying domestic, so that's what I will select. And I will say that the airfare is going to cost $650. The budget date is the date of my trip, and this is for tickets to Florida. I, again, am not going to click cash advance requested because it is not an expense. It's not a applicable expense item for a cash advance, and I don't need that, so I will leave that alone. My cost center and additional work tags are pulled in for me. Here I need to enter in some item details. We will select the airline of Delta and the destination of Tampa. Let's go ahead and scroll up to add yet another spend authorization line. Next, I will add meals. I could do meals actual, meals per diem, group travel. I'm going to select meals actual for today. And I'm going to guess that I'm going to spend around $300 on food for the trip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are my meals. The cost and additional work tags are pulled in. I could enter business reason or work order if I needed, but that's all I need to enter in for the meals. Now that I have my line items on the spend authorization, I'm going to come over here and click the Submit button. Now I have successfully created and submitted a spend authorization to go through the review and approval process.